You are creating yourself every single day. If you feel like you don't know yourself and you feel so lost and so stuck and just almost like dissociated from yourself, please keep watching this video because I'm going to help you. You do not need to know yourself because you can feel rooted in yourself and feel grounded in yourself. But I think oftentimes so many of us are so confused because we're like, oh, like I don't know myself and I don't know how to feel and this and that. But the truth of it is that you are creating yourself every single day. You're creating who you want to be. You're claiming yourself. You claim your power. So come back to this higher version of you that you want to be and create it every day. Like, how freaking exciting is that? We get to create who we get to be every single day. We are not stuck. We are never lost or abandoned or wounded because we can create a new higher version of ourselves and let go of what is not serving us. So I'm here to ask you, who do you want to be? What do you want to do in this life? Like, what is your biggest dream? And the easiest way to start living that dream is to become the person who embodies that frequency of that dream, who is already living that dream. So start living as your future self now. It is going to make you feel this whole new expansive energy that you never even knew you had inside of you before. And honestly, this has helped me get out of a funk because I know that I get to create myself every single day, and it makes me feel so excited and just like invigorated to live. Like, I'm just so excited to live in the present and to be connected with source and spirit and just live as my highest self. Like, I feel like we really surprise ourselves so much. Like, we have no idea the things that we are capable of, the things that we can achieve. And when we just let go of these blocks and these limitations that are holding us back, it is incredible the things that we can do. And I'm just so excited for every single one of you guys. And I know that you're gonna start really embodying this new high vibration, and I'm so excited. So one thing that really has helped me is to go on Pinterest and like, I do not consume social media. You have got to let go of external validation. You have to know that everything comes from within. So start envisioning who you want to be from within. Like, you can look at, like, I like to look at Pinterest instead of Instagram. I just really don't like Instagram. I feel like it's like definitely brings my energy down versus up. But I'm just here to tell you that you need to let go of the external validation and stop asking other people like what you should do with your life or like decisions that you should make, because they are living in different beliefs and paradigms than you are. You're the only one living in this paradigm, in this belief system that you're trying to hold. And so you know what's right for you. So stop talking and asking and trying to make sense to other people. Just do it. Just do the thing and just stop playing small. Like, I'm just so freaking excited to start living as my highest self and stop holding myself back. Like, I'm done playing small. I am done holding myself back. I'm done trying to fit into places that I don't fit. Like, no, end of story. I'm done. And I think so many of us get so stuck in this fear-based mindset because we feel like if we leave a situation, then we're never gonna find another situation and we're just gonna be isolated and alone forever. But you have to realize that this world is so abundant. Like, if you don't believe me, go on a walk in nature. Everything around you is abundant. So if you lose a friend, there's so many other friends that you could make as well. Hi guys, sorry, I got cut off this morning, so I'm picking the video back up. But yeah, I am just here to tell you today that you are always creating yourself. And I just did a 5-mile walk, and well, actually it was probably like 4 miles, but anyways, while I was walking, I had a memory pop up, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So I remember when I was working in Nashville, I was working my corporate job, and I had way too much caffeine this day. Like, I was just jittering, anxious as heck, like, well, actually in the morning, I remember I was feeling so good, and I was like, I'm on top of the world, and blah, 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 and this was back when I used to intermittent fast, and all I had was, like, it was basically, like, a huge tumbler of coffee, so horrible combination. And I remember I was feeling so good, like, accomplished, getting everything done, and then out of nowhere, I had this overwhelming feeling of anxiety, and I remember it to this day. Like, so my first job with my corporate job was cold calling. I was in sales, and I remember I was, like, calling this person, and that's when the feeling of dissociation started. And as soon as she answered, it was like I literally felt myself, like, pop out of my body, and I was like didn't feel like I was in real life. Like, it was the scariest thing. And this wasn't the first time that this happened. Like, this used to happen to me a lot with anxiety, and just basically almost having, like, mini panic attacks, like, not feeling present throughout the day. And so yeah, I felt myself dissociate and just pop outside of myself, and it felt like life wasn't real, and I just, like, completely froze. And I remember the lady on the phone, she's like, hello, and I just started, like, trembling, shaking, and, like, somehow just, like, managed to get her off the phone. And then I ran to the bathroom and just, like, tried to calm down, tried to take deep breaths. And I remember this day so specifically. I remember that it was, like, we were on watch for thunderstorms that day, and so we actually got to go home early, like, right after it happened. And now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, thank you, universe. Like, thank you. That saved me. So I got to go home, and it just took me so long to calm down. Like, I remember calling my mom, crying, just, like, feeling so freaked out because I was just so weirded out by, like, not knowing myself. Like, I felt like a stranger in my body. And like I said, this has happened to me many, many times, and it used to happen a lot more. It hasn't really happened to me in a while, knock on wood, because I feel like I've really worked on feeling so grounded in myself and meditating and just building that relationship with myself. But there are times where I just feel so overstimulated, and it's like you really do dissociate when something, like, dissociation happens when your body is in such a traumatic state that it literally feels like you're dying, and so your consciousness just, like, pops out of you. And a lot of trauma patients, like people who have been raped or molested or had really awful things happen to them, that happens. Like, they dissociate so that they don't have to feel the physical pain. Like, our human bodies are actually so insanely intelligent in that way. It's all built to help us, but at the same time, it can be really, really, really scary. And so I just wanted to bring this message to you guys today that you're creating yourself every day. And if you have that overwhelming, scary feeling of, like, I don't know myself, I don't know who I am, I don't know why I'm here, if you have those thoughts going through your head, I just want you to know that you're creating yourself every single day. So think about who you want to be. And I think that's what I was saying before is like, this is kind of cringy, but I'm going to share it with you guys. I have this picture of this girl on Pinterest, and she is just, I think I have shared this before actually, but it's like, I love the way her hair looks. I love how confident she looks in the picture, and she has really clear, radiant skin, and it's like, I just admire this girl and like how confident and beautiful she looks. And I have this picture saved on my Pinterest, and I go back to it and I'm like, this is the type of energy I want to channel. Like, I would love to look like that. I would love to have that energy. I would love to have that confidence. And it kind of like gives me something to follow, because our brains are actually so plastic. Like, I don't know if you guys have heard a lot of neuroplasticity, but we are moldable. So whoever we want to be, if we choose that and we claim it, we are going to become that. And that's why it's so important to stay in tune with your higher self and not just let life happen to you and like just leave it up to random events. Choose who you want to be. Create who you want to be every single day. And before you know it, you're going to be that person. And the easiest way to start being that person is just start acting like them now. Like, ask yourself, what would this person do? What would they eat? Who would they hang out with? What does their life look like? Do they give themselves space to relax? Do they go on daily walks? And one thing that's really helped me is doing Joe Dispenza, his morning meditation. I do that every single morning. And it's basically just like a blueprint for your day of like asking yourself who you want to be and what parts of you that you need to let go of that are blocking you from being that person. And it allows you to become so aware of that voice inside that might be dragging you down, that might be saying, I'm not good enough, and whatever's making you feel like your old self, your familiar self. Because obviously that's not working. So you have to channel a higher consciousness and connect to that and choose that. And that's in you. It's within all of us. So you've got this, and I love you, and I hope that this message helps you. And I just want you to know you're not alone. If you've been going through these feelings of dissociation, I can definitely open up more about this because I know it's so scary. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the book Good Morning Monster, but it's really, really good. And it's a therapist it's very heavy, but if you like this topic, you might really like this book. It's about a therapist, and she changes the names, so it's completely confidential, but she shares 4 of her patients that went through really heavy trauma, and it breaks down like how she was able to get her clients through these really traumatic situations. And it really helped me during this time that I mentioned that was so scary and heavy. But this really has been the staple of getting me from that place to where I'm at now, is just knowing that I'm creating myself every day and not having this pressure of like having to figure out who I am and quote unquote know myself perfectly. Like, I'm just creating myself every day. So don't be scared. There's nothing to be afraid of. You've got this. I'm with you. And yeah, I hope you have such an amazing day whenever you're watching this video. And I love you guys. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.